Alright, welcome to the weekly gaming quick save show. Recorded live at 3 p.m. Pacific time every Friday, right here on twitch.tv/Ben Reacts. Why? I don't know why. On this week's show, I'm going to be talking about the Uncharted series and recapping kind of what's going on, because I don't know. And I'm going to show you how little I know. Also reviewing Half-Life 2, because let's talk about a game that actually is amazing and revolutionary, and let's review it, because it's awesome. First, let's take a look at some of the top stories of the week as I fumble over all the words and all the sentences. This week is clearly Pokemon week. This is all about Pokemon. I love Pokemon. Let's get right into it. Right into it with the new starters. We got Rowlet, I'm going to pronounce it. A flying and grass type. Looks more flying in these pictures. Very interesting. I'm curious what it could turn into. Got more vines, more crazy grass stuff. Because right now, this is more of a flying type. And I don't know, it's a cute little owl. It remains to be seen. Tempering my expectations with that. We got Litten, which I guess is like a little kitten. I don't know. Doesn't really make a lot of sense with the fire theme. Or it's like lit, like it's on fire. I don't know. Very cute. Totally down with this. Concerned that it might not be cute when it evolves. And that's a problem to me. Who knows? Who really cares? It could become a ferocious beast. That's very interesting. That might be more interesting. We'll see. We'll see as it goes on. And then we got Poplio, which is an anagram for poop lip. And it's very fitting because this Bidoof motherfucker is the worst and I hate him. What are you doing with this seal? People say, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. And in this instance, you should throw this baby out with the bathwater. This is awful. Get rid of this creature. Trash monster. They also say, oh, don't club seals, this is bad. Club this seal. Club it right to death. This is the worst. I hate it. I hate it. Now, hoping for a Magikarp to Gyarados type of thing. Probably not gonna get that with this disaster monster. Truly, it's not even cute. It's upsettingly, I hate it. Don't like it at all. Usually it's kind of a tough choice. This is bad. But as you know, you choose a starter based on what they look like at the end because this ain't Pikachu. You're evolving it. So we're going to go back. Go back to Rowlet. What could this thing turn into? I'm thinking I would like to see something close to Shurimon, Digimon. Got these blades, got vine arms. This is very interesting. The leaves would obviously be wings and not shoulder pads and more owly, but very into this possible transformation for Rowlet. We got Litten. Now Litten, very concerning. As I mentioned, the cuteness could go away, but I'm fine with the cuteness going away if it turns into something like Saberleomon, badass lion thing, got fangs, crazy fire tail. This is a cool creature, very ferocious. Super into it. Super into it. Now, we go back to Poop Man. Bidoof. The worst. But it could become something resembling Zudomon, which is badass. Got this hammer, the shell, the claws, the unicorn horn. Stranger things have happened. And this is really just an excuse to be like, how fucking cool are Digimon? How much cooler at a base level are Digimon than Pokemon? There are these, he's got a giant hammer. There's one that shoots a missile out of its chest. There's Weregarurumon, which is just like a werewolf man. There's crazy shit going on in Digimon, and Pokemon's like, I guess a seal. I guess I'm excited for these starters. I don't know. I kind of want to play Digimon now because Digimon is so much cooler. It's a shame. It's a damn shame. How many cool, like really cool Pokemon are there? I don't know. Scyther's cool. It's not the same. It's not the same. Zudomon's not even that cool. He's cooler than most of the Pokemon. It's upsetting. It's very upsetting. This is a very real issue, important to many people. But back to Pokemon. It seems that Arby's has been doing these weird video game related tweets that I hadn't seen before. They were highlighted by GameSpot, so I saw them. This is what they tweeted out for the trainers, or the new starters. Well, that was a great way to start the day, Pokemon Sun Moon. Very interesting. But I took quite an issue with this other one they did for the launch of Mortal Kombat. Finish them. Okay. Reference to the fries. Now this is clearly something a psychopath would do. I don't understand how you could grab curly fries, these delicious, succulent, juicy, crispy, just the best thing shaped like a fry, a curly fry, and not eat it. How can you, what kind of lunatic grabs a bunch of fries and doesn't just immediately eat them? It's very disturbing. I think we need the FBI involved. This could be the Zodiac Killer. This is not good. No sane person can resist a curly fry, and let alone pick them out and make a weird little dragon out of them. No. This is the mark of a psychopath. And I will not stand for this. How can you grab and not eat? Baffling. Baffling. Very, very concerning. Watch list minimum. Watch list minimum. This person needs to have eyes on them all the time. 1984, this guy. Or girl. Or robot. I don't care who did it. They need to be stopped. They need to be watched. Minimum, as I said. That's not a thing. That's not a thing people do. But with all that out of the way, let's go into the topics of the week. The curly fries look really good. I did. I forgot to turn the sound on. Will, you saved my life. You're missing all this fry chat. Now see, should I go back in time and recount the tales of the fries? Yes, let's go back in time and recount. So, curly fries or normal fries? Deja vu conversation. What did I even say? Oh, fuck. It was good. It was good. The problem with curly fries is that, no, there's no problem. The problem is 9 times out of 10 they're great, but the one time they're not. And it's very upsetting. It's a life questioning thing. Is reality shutting down around me? Why aren't these curly fries good? That's the problem. That's the problem that you get with curly fries. And it only happens every so often, but it does happen, and it's very concerning. And it's like a glitch in the matrix of, why aren't these curly fries good? I don't know, but it's very bad. But the other 9 times out of 10, amazing, impeccable. Curly fries, fantastic. Normal fries, fantastic. I like steak fries, but steak fries can kind of, those are very hit or miss. They're either the best or the worst. And I don't have time for your fickle, flippy, floppy attitude, steak fries. I don't. Any fries or onion rings. I'm not a onion ring. No, I think you gotta go back to the simplicity and the just classic nature of the fry. I think that's what you have to do. You have to. I'm glad we could have this discussion when I'm muted like a moron. Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat? Mortal Kombat, I guess? I don't know. That's my opinion. My opinion on fighting games. I don't fucking know. What was I looking over here for? Oh, yes. No, we're getting off of fries and we're going back to the original thing of Uncharted. So with Uncharted, I haven't been that huge of a fan. I've played 1 through 3, haven't played 4 yet. Probably gonna redbox it this weekend, hopefully. But I decided to do a little thing because I don't understand. There's some weird plot. People say these games have good stories, and I'm not disagreeing, but I'm kind of am because they have good characters and the story's told very well. But the plot of, hey, I have a necklace and it has a ring on it, and these people stole it, and let's get it back, isn't a good story necessarily. That's not a good plot. It just has cool characters to go along with it. So we're gonna recap in preparation for me to get to Uncharted 4. We're gonna recap the Tales of French Fries, the 3 Uncharted games. Now I don't know anything about the Vita one, and I don't really care at this point. So I have a bunch of toys here. So we're gonna get all the characters. We're gonna get all the characters involved. So this Zelda doll, which is kind of dusty. This is Elena. Okay. Uncharted 1, we got Elena right there. Now hold on, I gotta get all the other people. Sully. This is Sullivan. Good old pal Sullivan. Also, kind of a voodoo doll. Very upsetting. Now, here we go. This Link, this is Nathan Drake. Now, Sully's not here right now. So we start out with Uncharted 1. And for some unknown reason, I don't remember, and I don't care, Elena and Drake are on a boat to some weird island. Okay. And they get attacked by people on ski-doos and shit. And they start killing people. Now, I don't quite understand. Now, everything in Uncharted devolves into murdering everyone. Everything. They can't just ride on a boat. No. They have to murder everyone in the vicinity first. You can't go on a vacation without killing a good 20, 30 indigenous people. Drake, Kenya. No, not Kenya, like the country. So they go there, and then Sully saves them on a plane. No, he has a plane. Why, Drake? Didn't you just take the fucking plane to the island? No, I gotta wait for Sully to save me for some stupid reason, because I'm taking some weird girl who's a news reporter to an island for also some unknown reason. Then I skipped the cutscene. I don't remember what happens. So then we go back. Now they're exploring an island. Good old pals. They've known each other for years. Sully looks a little weird in this one because he's now Sackboy. But so going on an adventure. I don't really understand why they're here. I don't remember. This one's El Dorado. Is this one El Dorado? I think it's El Dorado. So Uncharted 1, they're going around, and then eventually they find someone, some bad guy. Now I don't have another doll here. Here you go. All right. Martha's the bad guy. It's also really dusty. So Martha's the bad guy. Now he says some shit, and he's there to get some things. I don't really know. I don't really care because he's not memorable. Not memorable at all. Okay. Then we get some other shit happens. Then we get to the worst part in the entire series. So my cell phone here. Have you ever been on one of those planes that can land on water? No. I've seen them. Have I? I've been in a really tiny plane, not like a super tiny plane like the one Harrison Ford crashed, but a plane that seats 20 people that is just broke ass shitty plane that's scary. But I've never been on one of those planes that can land on water. I've seen them, but not. You're missing the important part. So this is a jet ski. This is my phone. This is a jet ski. Now inexplicably in the middle of Uncharted 1, there is a jet ski portion where you're on a fucking jet ski for half an hour, and it's awful, and I hate it, and I cannot believe for 1 second that no one in QA, or no one in design, or no one in the goddamn whole fucking team didn't say, get rid of this. It is trash. These jet ski portions, of which there are 2, because you play one, and then 4 hours go by in the game, and you play another jet ski portion where you're fucking Drake on a goddamn rodeo jet ski, and it's the fucking worst. And I hate it, and I can't believe they allowed it into the game. It is so bad. It is so bad, these jet ski portions. It's awful. I'm still upset. I haven't played this game in 5, 6 years. I haven't played the game. Still upset about it. It's awful. Then we get to the end, and the bad guy's like, oh no, I unleashed a virus. And now there's a bunch of demons. And the last hour becomes a survival horror game where you're shooting all these weird monsters, because every Uncharted has to all of a sudden turn into some kind of weird, oh, now it was really grounded, but now there's monsters. So you do that. Then somehow you escape on the plane, so you're plane. Elena was there. I'm still not sure why or anything else she did, but she was there, so they meet and they kiss or something at the end. And then we get to Uncharted 2. Now, Drake, being a fucking moron, and also a sociopath murderer, that was a weird noise that my phone made, he decides to hook up with someone else. Now, I don't have a lot of dolls left, so this is Chloe. Chill out, Tipo. This is Chloe. I know it looks like Link, but this is Chloe. Now, I completely forgotten about Chloe because she's entirely forgettable. The beginning of Uncharted 2 starts out with them on top of each other. Some good old Link on Link action. But this is Chloe, and this is Drake. Remember, this is very serious. This is very serious. So they're running around some city. The buildings are collapsing. It's cool, I guess, and interesting. They're once again straight up murdering everyone. I don't care if they're shooting back at you. Where's the police? Where's the army? At a certain point, you have to call in the army or the National Guard or some kind of thing when 50 dead people are on the streets. You can't just, and it's just following one guy. You can't ignore that. You can't ignore how much of a murderer you are. I don't remember what Sully's doing at this time. Oh, I forgot. Uncharted 2 starts out on a broken train, and then it flashes back. So he's on a train. He's climbing up the back of the train. Yeah, that's right. And so something happens with Chloe, and I don't remember. I don't care because, again, entirely forgettable. Because I literally forgot she was in Uncharted 2 when I started playing 3. And I'm like, they know her? I don't know who she is. She's also the worst. Why would you pick her over Elena? You gotta be a ridiculous man person. That are only jet skiing. AK jet ski games. Going back to jet skis. I don't think I've played a jet ski game. What, Wave Race? I've never played. Probably terrible. The problem with these jet ski portions is you have to like shoot things too. So you're riding on this jet ski. You're riding on the jet ski, and you're shooting things, people. Again, you have to murder everyone. You can't just ride a goddamn jet ski. No, you have to murder 30 people on your way too. This guy should be locked up. And so you shoot things on the jet ski, and then you have to dodge like rocks and whirlpools, but that's not fun to control, so you end up just falling into whirlpools for 20 minutes. It's egregious. It's egregious. And I don't Did you fight my dad, please? How? You think what? With Sully / Sackboy? How is that possible? No, we gotta go back. We gotta finish the plot of Uncharted 2. It's very important. How do you feel about the biathlon? Shooting and skiing. Oh, I don't know. I've never watched it. See, that's the thing. I've never watched that sport. I've heard about that. I still don't understand why it's in the Olympics or how it's in the Olympics. I don't get out of here, Sully. I don't understand it. That's a confusing one. It's the same with the ribbon twirling. Huh? Is that a sport? What is happening? There is something occurring on the side here, but it's interfering. It's interfering with the story of Uncharted, which is very important. This is Sully, and this is Drake. How about the Brazilian president in the Olympics? Is that in the docket? No. I don't even know what that means. Are the Olympics in Brazil soon? I guess they are. Yeah, they are. I don't know. I'm trying to understand why there's a lot of murder going on in the chat for no reason. That's interesting. Let's go back to Uncharted 2 because we're getting derailed off the real important. Women should have to register for the draft. I agree. That makes sense. No. Uncharted 2. We're back in Uncharted 2. This is Drake. He's going on an adventure. So then he does some shit somewhere with Chloe. This is Chloe, but she sucks. So we're not talking about her anymore. Then we get to, where was I again? Oh yes, they get on a train. Now I don't remember why they get on a train, but they're going to like the Himalayas or some shit. Sully, again, I think he's on his plane, but I don't know where he is. He's on a train. He's on a train. Really cool part of the game. Good hour there. The plane train crashes. Is your grandpa an alcoholic? No. A lot of weird stuff going on. We're trying to get through Uncharted 2. You don't understand the importance of how many men, women, and children has Drake murdered. This is Drake. It's baffling. It's baffling. You can't just come together. No, what is happening? No, this is Uncharted 2. This is not about some weird thing. I don't know anything about Drake except it was on Degrassi, and that's how I know him. You can't go off these weird things. No. Don't know where Sully is. So the train crashes in the snow. Somehow we're in the snow now. He gets rescued by a bunch of village people. That sounds weird. No, by a bunch of native peoples. No, we're in Uncharted. Now Drake almost dies. Now I think this is where Elena comes back. I'm not sure. She happens to show up. This is Elena. I don't know. Where's Sully? Yeah, where is Sully? I don't even know. Is he even in Uncharted 2? I'm not sure at this point. He's not there. He's not there. Alright, no more threats. Because I gotta, like, do some weird thing with Twitch. I don't want to fill out a form. It's exhausting. Even though they're goofy threats. In the fact, like a Lincoln. I'd be murdered like a Lincoln. Then there's a bunch of ice caves. Inexplicably, you go into the ice caves for about 20 minutes. It's too long. 20 minutes? 2 hours. It's too long. There's a war going on there too. Why is everyone dying? How come this isn't on the news? Maybe if Elena was better at her job, this would be on the news, and the actual army would be there instead of the one-man army Drake. Nathan Drake, not the rapper. This is Nathan Drake. I realize now the connection with Drake and Drake. Different people. I hope. I'm pretty sure. Right? I get to Half-Life 2. We're not there yet. We still got more Uncharted. So then some shit happens. Now, in every Uncharted game, pretty much, or at least the first two, they end with some stupid ass, oh, all the people here have eaten blueberries, and now they become super mutants. And we were in the snow, but now we're not in the snow. How would you like a boss fight that sucks? I would like a boss fight that sucks. Thanks, Uncharted 2. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Half-Life 3 is out in 3 months. Probably not. Stranger things have happened. Then we get to Uncharted 3. Now, Uncharted 3 opens back up with Chloe. No one gives a shit about Chloe. Why the fuck is she here? And some other guy. This is the other guy. Some other goddamn guy who is very forgettable, even more forgettable than Chloe. I don't remember his name. Dude. I think he has an Irish accent. I don't care. Uncharted 3, kind of a mess in terms of that. It's a bar fight. You go back in time and you meet younger Sully and younger Drake, and they become friends. That's cool. Sully's actually in this one. I don't know where he is into. I really am confused. But this all happens because Drake has a necklace that he needs to put into a book, and then someone steals the necklace and the book. Then he steals the book and the necklace, and then they follow him into the desert. They capture Sully. Oh no. You think he's dead. He's not dead. You go on a bunch of boats. Oh, let's go. This is it. Here we go. Is Tommy Pickles, I like it, and Master Chief take a map plotting class, and Master Chief is stricken with about severe depression. He has to help them through that. Yeah, I think that is about the plot of Uncharted. It's a mess. It's a giant mess. What else happens in Uncharted 3? You go to a castle for a good 6 hours. The dumb idiot breaks his legs, and that gets rid of him and Chloe. Chloe's gone too, because no one even cares. Why was the fuck she even there? You happen, oh, I need to get into the desert town. You know who's there? Elena! Good old friend who Drake is an idiot about and refuses to just... So that's Uncharted 3. You get a little further into it. You're on a plane. Now, this is another thing, too. Hey, zombie. I don't know why there's a lot of... Yeah, the chat's gonna have to be... The chat's gonna have to cool down. You're just in time, though, for the expose of why the hell Elena and Drake... Oh, I'm gonna steal the plane. We're not gonna hijack a plane. We're gonna sneak onto a plane. Okay, let's sneak onto a plane. All right, I don't know why I'm letting you come here because you're the love of my life, but okay, yeah, we're coming. We're friends now. And then they proceed to murder 100 people on the way to a train. Drake, you've turned Elena into a murderer, like a serial killer. They're all serial killers. It's upsettingly insane, and I don't understand why. No one can just you can't just sneak onto a plane. You can't. You're doing all this other shit. You can't just sneak onto a plane. No. Me and my girlfriend Elena have to murder 100 people before I get into this plane. Then Drake, not the rapper. Once again, this is Drake. He goes into the desert. And he's there in the desert for a good 20-30 minutes. It's fine. It's a little boring. We get through the desert. Okay. I'm going to read this giant comment. What is this even about? No. It's about World War I. Too many words. You get to the desert. Then we get to the great part of the game where he's riding on a horse. Now, I don't have a horse. So a horse will once again be my phone. You're riding on the horse. You're jumping on vehicles. This part's great. Great stuff. But you know what I'd like to do? I'd like to have an acid trip at the end of the game and start people jumping and flipping all over the place. Oh, it's supernatural ending because it has to have one. But then it was a dream. I was all in my head. I'm crazy Drake. I gotta murder another 100 fucking people. This is the problem with these games and with a lot of things. In cutscenes, a gun is dangerous. And someone gets shot and it's bad news. In the gameplay, hundreds of dudes die all over the place. It takes 30 shots to kill anyone. It's baffling. Then we get to the very end, and I didn't even mention the bad guy. So this is the bad guy. Elena's now the bad guy. She dies. The other guy dies. They all die. Is the other guy back? I don't even know. I remember his fucking name. I don't remember. Is Chloe back? No. Who the fuck cares about Chloe? Chloe's gone. The doll's on the floor now. I can't even pick it up. So Chloe's done. Chloe's done with the series. Uncharted 3 was good, but it's got some problems. Then it finishes, and I think Elena and Drake finally get together. Drake, it took you 16 years to get there. Why did it take so goddamn long? It's out of control. We're trying to understand Uncharted here. I have to, alright, hold on. You're taking it too far. You gotta chill out. You gotta chill out with your long, weird Zodiac killer messages. You gotta chill out. Because it's very important to understand why Drake is a murderer and no one, how is there not a warrant out for his arrest? Is he living on an island? I don't know the plot of Uncharted 4, but I can guess it involves him killing another couple hundred people, at least. Maybe 1,000 people. That's too many people for one guy and his goofball friends. Sully's getting old. He can't be running around and killing all these people all the time. He's eventually got to retire. How come they haven't just retired? I guess that is the plot. He's just timed out. You're ruining the gamer ambience. You can't post 16 paragraphs that are giant. You gotta chill out a little bit. I'm fine with weirdness. We talked about curly fries for 15 minutes earlier. You just gotta like, you can't, and this is Sully. Uncharted is great. And I want to play 4. I'm going to play it this weekend, hopefully. But I'm telling you, it's still going to be egregious. It's still going to have these ridiculous moments of why is any of this happening? Why are there so many goddamn guys I have to murder? It's not fun. The shooting isn't that fun in Uncharted to me. That's the problem. Your biggest fan. What is your favorite game of all time? I don't know. I don't know about that. That's tough. Definitely not Uncharted. I'll tell you the truth. Half-Life 2 is definitely one of my favorite games. We can kind of move on into that because Half-Life 2 is phenomenal. I will not be recounting Half-Life 2 with the dolls because that's really confusing and there's a lot more characters and I don't have that many. I mean, how to use Marth? I can't throw Marth. I can throw the dolls. That's fun. I can't throw Marth. He's too precious. I missed the show while I was gone. Yeah, you were gone for like 16 years. Oh, hello, I'm gonna go on vacation and travel around the world. Globe-trotting zombie. You surely don't know shit about... Half-Life 2 is one of the best games ever made. Why don't you finish the sentence? Honey Pop? The shittiest game out there. No way. No way. See, I hold on. We're gonna move over to here. Ignore that. I got some weirdos Let's Play. So this is Half-Life 2. Now, Half-Life 2, and let me change the text on here too, because there's a thing with Half-Life 2. It's old now. It came out in 2004, I think. Half-Life 2. Bam. I know how to type. Yeah, a man in Half-Life 2 is straight up fighting a war, though. He's not on a personal journey to find a trinket. He is fighting an army of alien people who are enslaving humans. That's why he's killing hundreds of people. He's also an everyman. He doesn't talk. You don't get attached to him. It's weird in Uncharted because you know Nathan Drake and you identify with him as a person. That's the difference. And there are fewer enemies. You probably kill more enemies in Uncharted than in Half-Life. And these enemies are aliens. They're trying to murder you. They're not just randos in a mercenary army that you're murdering. Yeah, but it makes sense, more sense. I will give you do kill a lot of people in video games. It makes more sense for Gordon Freeman to kill all these people because he's like some kind of weird, not super soldier, but he's got a high-powered suit. He's got all these weapons. He's being like manipulated by the G-Men and the Vortigern aliens, and there's a lot of weird things going on. Yeah, Half-Life. Okay, so Half-Life 2. Can we get on topic? We can't talk about curly fries. No. Which was what we talked about earlier. Half-Life 2 is great. Now, there's a lot of old things with it. So, it doesn't have regenerating health. That makes it feel a little old. And it kind of makes some areas a little weird in terms of, like, I only have 50 life, and I gotta run through here and fight all these guys. It's not... Uncharted has more fans than Half-Life. I don't know. I don't know about that. You might be right, though. You might be right. Especially now. There hasn't been a Half-Life game in almost 10 years. There are other things that feel old about this, but think about it this way. This game, the way it tells a story, I would argue is just as good as Uncharted. It's not as personal of a journey, and you don't get as attached to all the characters, but think of Alex Vance, and you're going through this weird adventure with her in episode 2, and you get to see her in episode 1 and 2, and her journey with her father, and they're all related to you. It's very well told, and it never takes you out of the experience. You're always playing, for the most part, except when G-Man shows up, does his weird shit. You're sidetracking me. Sidetracking. The way it tells a story in a first-person shooter is still kind of ahead of the game than games now. The way it does pacing, especially, where you're constantly doing different things. You're on this boat. You're shooting down a helicopter, then you're sneaking around here, then there's a a narrative portion, and it's like a mystery what's going on. Then you're in Ravenholm, and you're shooting these crazy monsters, which once again are crazy monsters, not living, breathing people or enslaving aliens. You're shooting them in half with saw blades, and then you're riding another vehicle across the coastline, and you're going across a bridge because you gotta open up the door on the other side of the bridge so you can drive by. And then you're controlling antlions. You're throwing antlion pods to direct them into things. And you're breaking into a prison. And you're setting up turrets. Like, each section is different. And it moves so naturally. It's a long-ass game, too. Long-ass game. And yes, fan base does not make a good game or bad game or whatever. And the Legend of Zelda games are revered, but they don't necessarily sell that great. And just because everyone loves Mario doesn't make Mario the best game ever, or the best series ever. And a lot of these Uncharted fans don't seem to understand that Sully's an old man. He needs to relax. And you stop taking him out on adventures, okay? Let him enjoy his retirement, Drake. Love of God. So the pacing, impeccable pacing in Half-Life. But beyond that, there, especially in Episode 2, which I think is the best part, and I think holds up incredibly well today. I just finished it yesterday. Okay, we'll get back to Uncharted 2. I'm joking. Uncharted is good. I can criticize things that are good. I'm largely just being goofy about Uncharted. Clearly just being goofy about Uncharted. The stories are great. The stories are well told, but they're not as intricate as the character arcs are interesting, but the overall plot of I gotta find this trinket isn't that. It's not that it's not compelling. It's just not nuanced or complicated. There are things going on in Half-Life where you're like this soldier who's being brought from. You were a scientist brought from the first Half-Life over to here. It's not very clear if you're even a real person if you think about it, or if you're just this tool of some aliens in this overall weird proxy war. Like there's crazy shit going on, and the bad guy. Okay, what's his name? Eli Vance is not the bad guy. It's not that you can criticize things you like. There are things I don't necessarily like about Half-Life, but you can't necessarily argue what Half-Life's done, or what Portal has done, or what the Valve has done that have raised the bar. There's a reason why people want Half-Life 3, and it's because of how good and how different, and still how good and different it is from shooters today. But going back to Episode 2, has some of the best combat encounters of the series with these new enemies that are weird bipedal, or maybe they have 3 legs, I don't know, tripedal? Is that even a thing? Weird hunters going around, and you're locked in a house and you gotta shoot them, and it just, the way it does it, it's hard to describe, the way it does it, of constantly giving you a new environment to fight the same enemies in, or a different situation with the same things. It layers these gameplay mechanics on in the way that Mario does, of like, here's a Goomba and here's a pit, and now here's 2 Goombas and here's a Koopa and here's a this. It starts throwing things at you and layering them on in a way that I really think if you haven't played, you need to play. It's definitely, I would almost say just play Episode 2, but you're missing out on the story and the story beats of it, and it is overly complicated. It's kind of like Metal Gear, where it's just way too convoluted at certain points if you start looking into it. Story of Half-Life 2 is good. It is good. We're not saying, and I'm not comparing Uncharted to Half-Life 2. They're completely different games. I have other complaints with Uncharted where I think sometimes the platforming isn't clear and isn't fun in a certain way, and the rest of the time it's great. Uncharted is a 10 out of 10 game 80% of the time, and the other 20% of the time I'm like, this isn't as good, and that's why it brings it down for me. And Half-Life 2 has those moments, but others stand too. Half-Life 2, I have a lot of nostalgia for it, and I played the original Half-Life 2 maybe 30 times. Like, I've played through it so many times that I know where the loading screens are going to show up, which is another anachronism of it. Mostly I look at the dev, not the game. Naughty Dog is great dev, but Valve is also a great developer. Uncharted 4 has parts. I have not played Uncharted 4. Has 4 parts. I have not played Uncharted 4 yet. I have not played Golden Abyss. I've played the others. But clearly I don't remember them very well. Which was also played up as a joke. Because, again, dolls. Dolls. That's the other thing with Half-Life 2. I really wish grenade was a designated button. It's got a lot of weird control things that, when you play today, are not the same or as good as you'd expect shooters. As COD kind of made the whole aim with L and shoot with R kind of thing popular, I guess. There's a lot of things this game is kind of missing, especially like X isn't reload, it's B, which I know is a stupid thing to bring up, but it is a thing, and it is a little annoying. But yeah, Uncharted's great. I don't know. At this point, we're just comparing Uncharted and Half-Life. Just not the intention. Just not the intention. But that's the thing. I really like Resident Evil, but you can pick on Resident Evil. I don't really care. But these Uncharted fans, some of them are so hung up on this being the best game ever. It's I can't poke any holes in it. The game's not perfect. Even if you think it's a 10 out of 10, that doesn't make it perfect. You can find faults in it. Not everyone's going to like the same things about it. If you don't like Half-Life 2, that's fine. That's fine. I think you're wrong, but I can see it. I can see your point. The game does not play like modern games anymore. It doesn't fit right. It's very different. It's more of an adventure game, kind of an action adventure game, than it is a shooter at times. It's got these weird puzzles. Nah. I have respect for the way you handled the combo. Mate, good game. Got to go sleep now. Winky face. Got a lot of weird things going on. It's all opinions, but we can have discussions about it. That's the whole point. And not to be like, oh, you disagree with me? Go away. You're stupid. Bye. Like, that's not a discussion about it. There's people who don't like the Zelda games, and I'm fine with it. I think they're weird, but I can see it now. I can totally, that's fine. No, I mean, do whatever. I mean, there's people who only play NBA 2K whatever every year, and they think it's the best game. And I'm like, I don't get you, but go have fun. There's people who like, I don't like old games. There's people who like Angry Birds, and those people should straight up be murdered by Sackboy, also known as Sully. I don't like old games. Old games are great. I was just talking to someone the other day about Missile Command and Frogger, because Missile Command I love. When you can play it with a trackball. You gotta play it with a trackball, so you gotta find it. That's my dream, is to have a Missile Command machine with the trackball. Probably could just emulate that. Get a trackball and make it on my computer. Who did I say we should murder? Oh, Angry Birds. Angry Birds is awful. Also, Frogger's great. Angry Birds is terrible. I've tried to play it. It's just bad. It's just real bad. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Uncharted's not bad. That's the thing too. It's tough because I want to criticize certain things, and then it sounds like I'm being super negative on it. I do really like it. I do think the shooting's overall really good, and then sometimes it's really bad. And I think the platforming's really good, and the set places are really good, except when it's the problem when you have 10 amazing things in a row, and then one thing that like missteps. You focus on the one misstep, and that's how I feel about Uncharted. There's so many, not so many actually, there's just a few weird hanging points, like the jet skis in Uncharted 1, that just like, I can't get past them. I can't get past these certain points that just drag the whole experience down for me. Particularly in Uncharted 3, the boats, when you're on all the wrecked ships and whatever, not the cruise ship, but the wrecked ships before it. There's too much shooting. I don't think it's balanced quite right. There's this one encounter where there's like 16 guys to kill, and you just keep shooting and shooting and shooting. I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I want to explore this weird wreckage, and it'd be so much more interesting without 50 guys. And that's part of the thing with Half-Life, is it does that well. It takes an encounter with 10 guys and makes it more meaningful, as opposed to an encounter in COD or anything where there's 30 dudes just constantly shooting. You're just murder, murder, murder. You have to think about these things. And this guy, I don't agree with how he plays at all. Why are you shooting them? Why don't you just gravity gun them? Oh, you don't have the gravity gun yet. Can we watch the Angry Birds movie trailer? You know what? Sure. Showtime. Oh, it's out? Release date, May 20th. Oh, it's next week? Oh, okay. Where's the trailer? Official teaser trailer. Is this the one? This one's old. Let's go. Stop. Also, something with physics that Half-Life 2 does that just makes it look that much more impressive. Like the particles and the way boards blow up and the way people die. It feels so much more real and more interesting. It's interesting to kill a guy in Half-Life 2 and watch them just fall around. Which I can't say that about really any other game, except for maybe Dark Souls, because you can kick the bodies. Random vids portion started. That starts now. Random vids starts now. Alright, is this the trailer we want to watch? I don't know how loud it's going to be.
Why do birds suddenly
Oh, this was awful. I don't want to watch this.
Every time
Alright, that's too loud.
you are near.
You don't need to hear it. It's god awful. I don't remember. Is there another trailer? I don't want to watch this. This is awful. Oh, I hate it.
Hey, Red,
No.
how are you? Oh, I'm horrible. Ow.
I don't like it. No. We need to go back and find. There's got to be a newer trailer.
Eagle, heron.
Stop dancing around, stupid fucking birds. Official international theatrical trailers.
In every civilized community, there's an outcast.
All right.
From a young age, the outcast has trouble fitting in. Can sometimes feel invisible.
Oh, thank you.
And often has difficulty finding a mate. But despite all this, the outcast still searches for a connection.
Something's coming!
What?
What is that thing?
Greetings from the world of the pigs.
Oh my god. What's a pig?
We request the honor of your friendship.
How you doing?
Welcome to our new friends. There's something going on here. These pigs, mysterious and weird, am I right?
That part about them I really admire.
I don't trust them. Your opinion is not needed. Is the doctor around? Because we have a burn victim here.
This is upsetting.
Pigs are stealing our eggs!
Let's sail for Piggy Island.
What?
What do we do now?
You're asking me?
You tried to tell us, but we didn't listen.
All right, no. There's enough of this. No, there's too much. There's too much garbage in that. It's just, again, 5 years too late. And no. Hawks are cool. Favorite species of bird? Pidgeotto? I don't know. Favorite species of bird. I like cardinals are cool, I guess. Seagulls are kind of cool. Pelicans are kind of cool. They got the beak going on. Talk about birds. Anything's better than this Angry Birds trailer. Jesus. Just put up Half-Life 2. It's so good. Half-Life 2 is really good. Incredibly good. Better than Little Big Planet, for damn sure. He's got movable arms. This is the weird thing about this weird doll. His arms are posable, like you can move them around. That's not a normal thing for stuffy stuffs. Is it? I don't know. His legs don't move. I think they kind of do. The zipper, not a real zipper. I really wish they kind of chinched out on the zipper. What else should we talk about today? Well, because now at this point, can we watch that vid where a bird get hit by a baseball? What does that mean? Alright, we'll watch that. Gets hit by baseball. Randy Johnson hits bird. Oh, okay, there's two we can watch. Let's go watch this one. Jesus! What was that bird doing? What do the rules say in that situation? That's what I want to know too. What?
Game Slam presents Ballography.
What the fuck? Get out of here! I don't want your weird ball thing. That's crazy. I think I've seen that before, but that's. I guess what is it? Think it's food? It couldn't have thought it was food. It must have just been flying around. Why would you fly around people? Like, you got to think about it like this. How dumb are birds when? Okay, so imagine if you could fly, and there were things the size of a 3-story building walking around. Would you fly super close to the 3-story buildings that are moving around? I wouldn't. But birds, being complete idiots, do. They just fly super close to shit because they don't care. No, it's a Jewish baseball. No, it looks like an Amish baseball. It's very upsetting.
Bird ball. Don't look at me, man. Stop.
What is happening? No, we're not watching. What is this? Go away. Watch this one. Stop putting your stupid splash screens in front of things. Alright, here we go. Another bird. Yeah, get it together, birds. Ridiculous. I'm angry at you, birds. Alright, here we go. Is this the same one? And it's the same camera angle. No, it's not the same one. This is a minor league game? Jesus. Yeah, it has to be minor league. Where's the bird? Was there a dead bird now? I didn't see a bird get hit by anything. You're losing me, video. You're losing me. Yeah. Hey, ball boy, go pick up the bird. I'll go with the bird. What are you doing? Where's the bird getting hit? What do you do? Just throw it away? I guess you just throw it away, right? I don't know what you do with the dead bird. Come on, I want to see the bird. That's not a bird, that's hitting a ball. Alright, go back to the bird. Stop, there's a bird. Okay, I'm gonna go back further. Alright, the bird's gotta be here somewhere. Pay close attention. Oh, it is there. Oh shit, wait, go back. You gotta like pause it. There's something weird going on. Can I play this like slowly? Here we go. Alright, so let's go back. And you gotta watch like right above the guy's shoulder on the far right. To the left of that, there's a bird. I don't know why I'm pointing at the screen. There's a bird, or there's some kind of black thing that flops around. It's coming up right in the pitch. Here we go. Here we go. Watch it, watch the ball, and there's a bird that like, I think just flops to the ground. I don't think it got hit, I think the bird just, oh, no, it did. It did, but it wasn't as cool. This bird did not have as many feathers, and it just died. I do enjoy, hey, Half-Life 2. I do enjoy how they're just standing around, going like, are you gonna pick it up? Are you gonna pick it up? Oh, you good? The bird? You gonna pick it up? No one moves to get the bird. Like, ball boy, get the bird. Just pick up the goddamn. It's a dead bird. Just leave it there. Is it in the way? Probably not. Probably not. It's baseball. Nothing's going on. It's in the way. Just kick it. Ew, don't do that. You get all over your shoe. Dead birds. That's a big disease thing, man. You shouldn't have picked it up. You gotta get a bag, get a trash bag. Be real careful. Be real careful about dead birds. No, no more bird videos. It's out of control. Too many birds. Too many. This is a great part of the game. See, then you're doing this crazy thing. You're running away from the helicopter. Awesome. Awesome. That's what this game does really good, now to get back on Half-Life 2, is these escape sequences where you're not fighting and you're just running away, and these very impressive sequences. Quite enjoyable. Quite enjoyable. What else you got? You want to watch anything else? Not birds. And no weird rap beef videos either. Okay? That's weird. I'm gonna put back all my toys now. There. It's kind of falling over. It's ridiculous. No, just watch Half-Life 2. Just take it in. Just take it in. There's weird puzzles to solve. It's much slower paced than your COD Brops. COD Brops? You were over here, I think. I don't know. Who the hell cares? You, I think. You go here now. I don't know. It's a mess. No, Sully. It's a mess. No more bird videos. Anything else. Literally anything else. No bird videos. I don't believe this is being played with maximum graphical detail. I don't think that's true. What do you mean though about crows? Crows are super smart and hate certain people. I think birds just hate people. And are really stupid. Really stupid. Maybe they're kind of smart. They can like crack nuts. Not where they can like grab a nut and can crack it on a wall. Oh, it's so smart. Oh, I'm so impressed. So impressed by your nut opening skills, you fucking bird. Ridiculous. Get out of here. Look at this guy. I'm going to tell you about the plot now. I never understood this map. They keep showing you this map throughout the game, but I never quite got where I was or where I needed to go. Even though they keep pointing at it. That is the best comment. Well, get it together, birds. An otter using tools to open shells. That's cool. But see, once again, these are all... And tools are cool and important. And I know monkeys use tools. And what do they, like, stick a thing into an ant's thing and get the ants on the stick. That's fine and all, but that's not that smart. Like, is it? People say dogs are smart, but I think they're just obeying directions because they want food. I don't know how smart they really are, but there's bomb-sniffing dogs and stuff like that, so maybe they're smart. I don't know. I don't necessarily care. I don't necessarily care about smart animals. We have bigger things to worry about, which is accidentally creating an AI that kills us all. That's more concerning than dog intelligence or otter intelligence. Speaking of otters, I did go over Poplip or whatever the hell. The starter, the water starter that's the worst. Garbage trash monster. Hate him. Hate him. Hate him. Let me say hate him a couple more times. Not as good as Half-Life 2, that otter. Nowhere near. Nowhere near as good. No. Nowhere near as good. That tank scene from the original Ghost in the Shell. I don't know what you're referring to. Let's see. Tank scene, ghost. No, not shield. Is this it? Final battles. Is it from the game or something? From the movie. I've never really seen much of Ghost in the Shell. This is 6 minutes. Alright, you gotta get a little... We're gonna skip a little here. We're gonna skip to here. Where's the tank? I don't even see a tank.
That's it? You can't even dent a tank with that.
I'm switching off for a while.
What? Don't you dare disconnect me! Ah, shit!
Tank. The Ghost in the Shell is cool though. I'll give you that for sure.
Damn.
Why doesn't the tank just move though?
Major.
I ordered you to pull out.
Yeah, but you ought to know that 3 helicopters are approaching. They won't answer on the IFF. I'm dropping out now. Good luck. Over and out.
About fucking time it ran out.
Gives the hand. But why isn't the tank? But the tank isn't moving. It's 6 minutes. Oh, I'm gonna sit here and watch a 6-minute video that in the middle of a movie that maybe I'd watch that is about something I'd probably watch. No, we're gonna skip to the middle of it, not understand it. That's what we're gonna do. Yeah, it must be immobilized, I guess. Sure as shit isn't moving. I didn't need to see that. That was a little weird. I don't understand why she had to lose all her clothes to get more powerful. Oh no! So is this what you're wanting from the Ghost in the Shell movie? This weird tank scene? That's probably pretty cool. Skip most of it, but pretty cool. Pretty cool nonetheless. I don't understand why or how or anything. Maybe I shouldn't ask questions because they're probably answered. They're probably all answered, and I'm just gonna ask dumb questions. I knew she was a robot. I knew that. That I know. Is the tank a robot? How many of these people are robots? That guy, I'm pretty sure, is a robot too. Some of the things you probably... Ghost in the Shell is my Half-Life 2. I really would love Ghost in the Shell. I know I would. And I've seen some of it, and I did like it. So I should watch more of it, I guess. 7 things you probably didn't know about Ghost in the Shell. Well, probably all those things I didn't know. Probably didn't know straight up none of them. Hey, Half-Life 2 still playing. This is a great encounter with a dropship helicopter thing. Jesus Christ. Yes. Not about Half-Life 2. We got sidetracked with birds. And we got sidetracked with Ghost in the Shell. Take a break, you're working too hard. I'm not working at all. Literally not working at all. Not doing anything. I'm watching another person play a game, rambling about birds. Really pretty easy. Pretty easy to do. Osmation. Take a break. No. No, because this is the part where you open a bridge door thing. There's a lot of nozzles to turn in Half-Life 2. If this was in the Call of Duty, it'd be like super gruff. It'd be like, oh, I gotta turn this. Oh, and you'd like see his arms, and the camera would be like really shaking all over the place. I'm like, dude, just open the fucking door with the valve, all right? Just chill out. Just chill out. My hands all itchy now. Great game though. Let's just watch this. I'm just sitting here and watch this guy play this game. You can blow people up. You get to shoot them with a gun. Sounds good to me. Real good to me. Phew. Throwing grenades. This guy's good. Not like me, who is bad. Much bad at games. Yeah, it's another thing that's old. It's like health stations. Very weird. Very weird. Fine, we'll end. You want it to end, it'll be over. But I do this every week. Rain or shine. Most likely shine. It's Arizona. Hot. It's hot on these lights. I shouldn't have looked at them. I looked directly at the light. I shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't. Oh. Don't look at the light. Wow, that really was bright, man. I was not expecting it to be so bright when you look right at it. That was not good. Anyway, yeah, I do this, whatever this is. Rambling, incoherent. I offend people vaguely about Uncharted just because sometimes the things you love need to be taken down a peg. Just a little bit. Sometimes. It doesn't mean you should like them any less, but you should understand there are faults. Oh yes, anyway, I do the show every Friday at 3 p.m. Pacific time. You can hang out in the chat. We can watch bird videos. We can do whatever the hell we want. It's a free country on the internet. That is one of the most fun parts about Half-Life 2. It's just these weird jumps you get to do. And you're like, you flip and fly around. Great game. Great game. Merry Christmas. I'm not working too hard. I'm not working hard enough. So you better come back next week. I'm watching you.